This is about American imperialism. A while ago, I wrote a couple of these pieces that touched on former President Barack Obama. What I want to recall about that now is this. His father, okay, he did not have much time with him, a day or two in his life, so no personal relationship, but he did come to admire him. This father lived in an African country. It might have been Ghana, but it could have been any of them. And this country had become a colony of a European nation like France or Spain or the Netherlands. Again, it doesn't really matter. The story is the same. In his circumnavigation of the globe, Charles Darwin witnessed numerous instances of colonization. It was highly profitable, but never a pretty sight. Obama's father was a vigorous anti-colonialist, and that made life difficult for him. His son came to view him as a fallen soldier in the struggle against imperialism, a champion of independence and freedom. His failures became his valor and the righteousness of his cause. His son wrote a book about this, Dreams from My Father, in which he pledged to carry on this inspirational struggle. It's often noted that Obama, though a black American, missed the civil rights struggle, but he was present for another oppression. Obama grew up in Hawaii. Many of his friends must have been native Hawaiians, and even though they were nominally American after Hawaii became a state in 1959, they must have despised America for what it did to their people and their land. I don't imagine they were overjoyed when Hawaii became a state. They knew that all that meant was it was a slick way to legalize the American takeover. Like any and every colonial power, America's sole interest in Hawaii was what it could suck out of her. Exploitation, plunder, pure and simple. It was piracy, only on land, not sea. Pineapple plantations, sugar cane, water rights, and of course the tourists and the horrible high-rise hotels to house them. This process could be friendly, but if you dared to oppose them, as Obama's father had in his country, they would crush you, they would ruin your life, and they would move on, cheerfully making money. For many years, Obama saw this, and he had to hate the Americans, the Haoles, I think is the term too. But in his opposition, he was more clever than so many others. He came to the United States and he got inside the system. The rest is history. I'm thinking about this now because of an embarrassing coincidence. A channel on our TV has reruns of old shows, and one of them is the original Hawaii Five-0. I had been watching a few episodes and rather enjoying them, surprisingly, when all of a sudden, in the midst of one show, I realized that this is a straightforward, undisguised depiction of the dreaded white supremacy. There's no attempt to mask it at all. The top two cops, McGarrett and his lackey, Dano, are white guys. The rest of the cops are native Hawaiians who rush around doing whatever McGarrett tells them to do. If the governor happens to make an appearance because he needs McGarrett's help, he will be a white guy. I believe I realized this when McGarrett, a stunning Jack Lord, who has no personal life whatsoever, all he does is flash that hair and call the shots, growled to one of his adversaries, "This is my rock." And of course the United States sees it that same exact way. Push them and they will push back. Hard. It's their rock. The updated version of the show, which has now run for many years itself, makes the exact same play. The top two cops, McGarrett and Danny, are white guys. Everyone else is black or Hawaiian. In the time between viewing seasons last year, two of the top native Hawaiians in the cast asked for more money and they were released. No negotiation, nothing, just gone. They were replaced and the show moved on, cheerfully making money. I still continue to watch the show, the old one, but I cringe now when I do. White supremacy, there it is, the hand of the empire looking very white and certainly firmly in charge. The Haoles. No wonder Obama wanted to weaken the imperialist power. He was, in that way, a chip off the old block, or maybe, just maybe, Woe Fat put him up to it.